Here are 3 cool ways to lace Nike Air Jordan 1 lows, including diamond lacing, loose lacing, and bar lacing. Timestamps for each are down below. Let's get into it. Here's how to diamond lace Nike Jordan 1 lows. Begin by taking your lace, grab a hold of one of the lace ends, and just feed it down into the very bottom eyelet on your lows. Pull it through on that side, and then feed it up into the very bottom eyelet on the other side here, just through like this. And then pull a hold of this until it's a little bit loose like that. And this is a cool little trick to make sure your laces come out the same length. Then grab a hold of your 2 lace ends like this and go ahead and pull that all the way back through, and they should come out the same length. And put them out the way. Remember, you can play this video on half speed or pause as much as you want. There's absolutely no rush. Then we're going to keep a hold of this lace, and what we're going to do is we're going to count the 3rd eyelet up from the bottom on this side, and then we're going to bring that lace end down into the 3rd eyelet on this side, up from the bottom, from above, and pull it through like this, making sure there's no twists. Cool. Then we're going to swap to the other lace, and we're going to do the same on the other side. Count the 3rd eyelet up from the bottom, and then bring the lace end down into it from above. Pull that through. Make sure there's no twists. Awesome, looking good. Then we're going to keep a hold of this lace, and we're going to bring it just underneath this little bit here. And what we want to do is we're going to bring it up into the empty eyelet here from underneath. Now it might seem a little bit fiddly, but just take your time and pull it through. Great. And then we're going to do the exact same on the other side. Take the lace underneath this little bit here and up into that empty eyelet from underneath. And pull it through. Looking good. Now we're going to keep a hold of this lace, and we're going to do the same thing that we did before on this. We're going to miss the next eyelet out, and instead we're going to go down into the eyelet above that from above with the lace end like this, leaving that one empty. Pull that through, making sure that's empty. Pop that lace end out the way, swap back to the other one, and we're going to do the same on the other side. Skip that eyelet, and we're going to go down into the next one from above. Pull it through, just like we did before. Then keep a hold of this lace, and we're going to take it under the lace here and up into that little empty eyelet from underneath, just like we did earlier. And then we're going to do the same on the other side. Take it underneath the lace there, and we're going to bring it up into that empty eyelet from underneath. Pull that through, and we're looking really good. Then we're going to keep a hold of this lace, and this time what we're going to do is we're going to bring it down from above into the next available eyelet. We're not skipping one this time. So bring it over and down into that empty eyelet there like this. Awesome. And then do the same on the other side. Bring it down into the next available eyelet from above, not skipping one this time. Cool. Making sure there's no twists. Now at this point, just take a second to adjust your patterns. You can really see those diamond shapes. And then what you can do with these lace ends is you can just go ahead and bow them quite loosely like this. And then you can literally just tuck that bow underneath the tongue of your lows, out of sight, and then just slip your foot in and out, and it will keep your pattern nice and crisp. Repeat on the other shoe and you'll have a really awesome pair of diamond lace Jordan 1 lows. Here's how to lace Nike Jordan 1 lows in a loose lace style. Begin by taking your lace, and we're going to feed each lace end down into the very bottom eyelets on either side. So feed that one down into it. Go ahead and feed the other one down into the eyelet on the other side. Just feed it a little bit of the way through. And then before we pull all that through, grab a hold of your lace ends and make sure that they're of equal length here. And then you literally can just pull those through, and it'll mean your laces come out of equal length. Then we go ahead and pop those out of the way. Remember, you can play this video on half speed or pause as much as you want. There's literally no rush. Let's go slowly together. So take a hold of this lace on this side, and we're going to bring it over the sneaker tongue and down into the next eyelet up from the bottom from above. So feed it down into that one. Pull it through. Looking good. Swap to the other one, and we're going to do the same on the other side. We're going to bring it down into the next available eyelet from above and pull it through. Then we're going to keep a hold of this lace, and we're going to take it over to the next eyelet on this side, take it down into it from above and pull it through. Swap back to the other one and do the same on the other side. Feed it down into the eyelet from above. Looking good. And then we're going to keep a hold of this lace, bring it over and into the next empty eyelet, down into it from above. Awesome. Swap back to the other one, do the same on the other side. Making sure there's no twists or creases in your laces and they're coming out nice and fresh looking. Then we're going to keep a hold of this one, bring it over into the next available eyelet just like we've been doing, and the same on the other side. Looking good. Now we're going to go down into the next empty eyelet, and we're going to go down into this one from above for the last time. So that should be the second eyelet down from the top. So when you get to that stage, make sure you go into the second eyelet down from the top from above for the last time, pull it through, and the same on the other side. Now at this stage, you can just go ahead and adjust your laces to make sure you have them sitting at the tightness that you like on your feet, and pull them through. And now we're going to finish off the loose lace pattern by doing something a little bit different. We're going to keep a hold of this lace like we've been doing, and for the very final eyelet, we're going to go up into it from underneath this time, not down into it up from above like we've been doing. So up into it from underneath, and then we're going to pull it through about this much. And you can go ahead and do the same on the other side. Up into it from underneath, pull it through until you have about that much showing. Then with these loose laces, we're literally just going to mess around with the other laces until everything sits at an even slackness across the shoe, and you'll easily be able to just slip your feet in and out, and the pattern looks nice and crisp. Once you've adjusted the laces to your liking, go ahead and repeat on the other shoe, and you'll have a really awesome pair of loose laced Nike Jordan 1 lows. If you found the info in this video helpful, please hit the like button for me to help it reach more people, and consider subscribing for more lacing content. I have loads of videos available. Thanks guys. Here's how to bar lace Nike Jordan 1 lows. Begin by taking hold of your lace, and we're going to thread each of the lace ends down into the two very bottom eyelets here. And we're going to go down into them from above, not up into them from underneath, if that makes sense. So thread that one through down from above. Swap to the other side. And before you go ahead and pull all of that through, grab a hold of your laces and make sure the lace ends are together like this. And then you can literally just pull those through, and you'll have your first bar, and it'll make sure your laces are of equal length. If they're not, don't worry, just pause here and spend a little bit of time getting them to equal length. Remember, you can pause as much as you want through this video or play it on a slower speed. There's literally no rush. Keep keep a hold of this lace, and what we're going to do is we're going to skip this eyelet here, the second one up from the bottom, and we're going to skip straight to the third one up from the bottom, and we're going to take this lace end and go up into it from underneath this time. So pull that lace through. Awesome. Then we're going to keep a hold of it, bring it over the sneaker tongue and down into the third eyelet up from the bottom on this side, but from above, if you see what I mean, to make a bar. Make sure you don't get any little twists or turns, because that does happen, and just go slow. Cool, now we're going to put this lace out the way, swap back to this one, and you see this empty little eyelet here. We're going to go up into it from underneath. Pull it through. Then we're going to bring it over the sneaker tongue, and we're going to go down into this little empty one here from above. Pull it through. That looks great. Now we're going to keep a hold of this lace, thread it underneath this one here, just so it's got a clear way to move. And what we're going to do is, again, we're going to skip the next available eyelet and we're going to go to the one above it. And we're going to bring this lace up through that eyelet from underneath, making sure we've left the next one here empty. Then we're going to keep a hold of this lace, bring it over the sneaker tongue and down into the corresponding eyelet on the other side, down into it from above, pull that through. Now you might want to take a minute to pause here and catch up, or just make sure all your bars are looking nice and neat. But if not, let's carry on. Swap back to this lace, and we're going to bring it up into this empty eyelet here from underneath. Just like this. Pull it all the way through. Looking good. Bring it over the sneaker tongue and down into this empty eyelet here from above. And you can really see the pattern starting to come together now, guys. It looks awesome. Any little twists or turns like this are normal, and you can just go ahead and loosen up what you've done to pull a lace back through, make sure it's nice and straight, and everything's looking nice. Cool, now we're going to keep a hold of this lace. Again, thread it underneath this one to make sure it can move around easily. And we're going to skip this eyelet, and we're going to go to the final one, up into it from underneath, pull it through. Now your Jordans might have more or less eyelets than mine, but the bar lacing pattern is exactly the same. Just keep following the pattern and you'll be fine. But for the very final eyelet at the top on this side, we're going to pull it over, and we're going to thread the lace down into the corresponding eyelet from above, pull that through, swap back to the other one, and we're going to fill the empty eyelet here up from underneath on this side, just like we've been doing. Then we're going to bring it over the sneaker tongue and down into the final empty eyelet from above. Pull that through. Now let's just take a second to adjust the bars and make sure they're all looking really straight and a good distance away from each other. And then what you can do with these lace ends is you can literally tie them in a little knot or a bow, whatever you like, and then tuck them back underneath the sneaker tongue here. And the bow or the little knot that you do will just sit on top of your foot, or don't bother at all, just leave them loose like I have, so you can just slip your feet in and out. Repeat on the other shoe and you'll have a really cool looking pair of bar-laced Nike Jordan 1 lows. If you found the info in this video helpful, please hit the like button for me to help it reach more people, and consider checking out more lacing videos. I have loads available for you to have a look through. Thanks guys!